Okay, so for me, I have always been really into fitness, and then whenever I decided that I wanted to compete, it was just kind of another challenge because I always love setting very specific goals because I feel like it'll help me improve a lot better if it's something that's measurable. And then just whenever I started training and everything, it was just I've done a lot of different activities in my life, but it was just something that was a lot different, and it just felt awesome to me. And like my dad was a bodybuilder, so it's kind of more of a connection now that we have. I mean, we've always had a great relationship, but now it's even closer. And so it's just a really, I don't know, just like it links me with a lot of people, even like because it's very difficult and you have to sacrifice a lot and give up a lot. So whenever you meet other people who are also training, you just automatically make a friend because everyone backstage, everyone's so nice to each other, and it's just a really great community, and it's what I'm passionate about. I see it progressing exponentially. I mean, over the years, I think bikini started in 2010, and that brought a lot more girls to the sport because they saw they're like seeing these girls on stage, like, oh my God, they look fantastic, and they're not really totally muscular. So it brought a lot of people closer, and now they're coming out with, before for men, they had physique and bodybuilding, and now they're coming out with the classic physique, which is in between. So the guys who weren't exactly muscular enough for bodybuilding but didn't want to do physique, this is somewhere where they can fit. So there's just more classes that are modern, and I think from here it's just going to grow even more. That's definitely happening too. I mean, the older methods, there's some that are good. Like whenever my dad trained, whenever like Arnold Schwarzenegger trained, like back then, they still got really super lean and looked awesome. But now the methods are becoming more livable almost, like between if it fits your macros within reason and other things that are going on. It's just a lot more, it's becoming more livable. It's very difficult, but between science and finding out more things, this training, you can make it more efficient. You can really target exactly what points you need to work on, and it's becoming safer, which is a lot of sports between like powerlifting and bodybuilding. It's becoming safer as more science is coming to the surface. Well, for me, I think it's a little different because now that bikini has come out, a lot more girls are entering the sport. But whenever I do tell people that, they'll ask me, or my friends will be like, oh, she's a bodybuilder. Like, it's kind of awkward. Like, people think bodybuilders, they think of the women who are like on steroids with a lot of muscle and things like that, which is not me. I mean, shout out to those women, like, they got that strong. They had to work really hard to get there, and I mean, I admire them for that. That's just not my body type and not the one I'm really striving for right now. So it's something that people, whenever they hear the term bodybuilder, they think automatically masculine. But I think now people are starting to really, between like Instagram and things like that, people are really starting to see that there are a lot of more girls in this sport. And even like earlier today in lab, we were talking about how over the years now lifting has become a lot big. It used to be aerobics for girls, but girls are learning that like lifting doesn't make you bulky. It just makes you look not like a limp noodle. So that's pretty cool. It's a definite balance that you have to achieve because before, I mean, a lot of people who enter the sport already have had eating problems. That was me actually, and I'll admit it. And then doing the sport can sometimes make them worse, but it challenges you. Like, you really have to find a solid balance. Like, we are in college. I went out this past weekend. I don't really drink much. I really don't like it. I'm 21, but I don't really enjoy it. But I'll still go out with my friends, and you have to learn that there's a balance in life and that you can do it. And with body image, I mean, it makes you more critical of your body because you're on stage, you're at this one state, like you're on stage at this weight and this size that you're never, like you're only like that for a day. But you have to kind of accept that you're only like that for a day, and you have to be able to accept the off season whenever you're gonna gain weight. Because in order to gain muscle and make improvements, you gotta gain weight. And so that's challenging, but it really makes you a lot stronger as a person. And I mean, just like your body image and your image of yourself, what helped me was definitely like finding it through God and just being able to like kind of focus, and like I am a child of God, and I know that I can be very critical of myself, but He made me perfect. He made everyone perfect. So you just kind of have to focus on that and being able to have outlets that aren't all bodybuilding, and so you can look at yourself from different perspectives, I think definitely help. Okay, I mean, obviously the aesthetics are a big part for me just because I did have a negative body image growing up. And so kind of being able to accept my body is like really cool now, no matter what state it's in. And so that's always kind of what I like to gear my training towards. But like I said before, my programming is powerlifting and bodybuilding. So I'll kind of start out with more of like a powerlifting lift so I can get all my strength, like really like hit that lift hard. And then I'll go and hit accessories, more accessories than a typical powerlifter would, because I'm trying to train very individual parts of my body. But for me, it's really cool incorporating the two, because just doing straight bodybuilding workouts all the time gets so monotonous, and doing straight powerlifting workouts all the time gets so monotonous. So being able to incorporate the two and focus on kind of two different things. Like my off season is a little bit more strength and like power heavy, and then my on season is a little bit more bodybuilding heavy. And I mean, I always do my own programming, so that's kind of cool, but it's really fun to be able to mesh them because they can go hand in hand. I mean, people are going on stage showing off their bodies. Any outsider would definitely think that's vain. But for me, I mean, it's more about the process for me personally. I mean, I love being on the stage. It's really cool getting all glammed up and getting a new suit and all this jewelry and stuff. But for me, just seeing changes every week and just pushing myself, going through this adversity and just changing my body image, but it's more of like a mental thing. Like I think bodybuilding is so much more mental than people realize, because you obtain such a high self-discipline that like by the end of your prep, you see like pancakes and your favorite foods and ice cream. They don't even tempt you because you're just so driven to hit this goal. And I mean, I can totally see why people would think it was vain. That's just, you're on a stage like showing off your body, but whenever you actually compete or you work really hard at something, you can understand that it's a lot more than that, like a lot more than that. And I've always been very competitive, and I'm always like, if I set my mind to something, like I do it, like I do it. And so for me, it was just kind of like, I always set my mind to something and I do it, but this is one of the hardest things I've had to actually get through and do. And it just taught me that like, you can do whatever you want. Like once you do something like this and you have to like overcome all that self-discipline. Like I grew up in a Greek family. I went to food fairs on prep, didn't eat anything. And it was like, if you can do that, you can do anything. And so it's just really cool. It gives you such a confidence, but like a humble confidence, if that makes sense. Because you realize you can do anything, but like you worked your butt off to get there. And you know, it's not just like something given to you. So that's really cool. And at the same time, this sport, like I said before, everyone respects each other because they see what you've gone through. So backstage, like just meeting people, you make friends so easily. Like you're gluing each other's butts, and because you have to put like the suit on, and you have to put glue to make sure it stays on so you don't like show your butt, like, or at least the whole thing. But you just, like, I've just made so many friends through it, and the friends that I have already had that decided to compete too, our relationship got so much stronger. And so it's really cool. Like people think that girls backstage are gonna be catty. I have never come across that at all. I just love the lifestyle. Like I know that sounds crazy because it's such an extreme lifestyle, but I mean, I'm kind of like an extreme person. I don't know. For me, it's like, I'm just all about trying to strive and be the whole person, if that makes sense. And this sport really comes to play between like, I mean, academic aspects. Whenever I was on prep during the school year, I was so focused. Like my grades were awesome because I was just really like straight on with it. And I mean, my major is kinesiology, so a lot of that goes hand in hand. The physical, I mean, the sport's a lot about the physical and just improving yourself and becoming healthier for the most part. And then the last part, spiritual faith, it made me so much closer to God. And just because just any type of adversity or anything, it's just gonna get you closer to your faith. And so this sport, it just kind of helped me to closer to my goal to become the whole person. So yeah, I guess.